Hello. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Greetings to all. So, welcome to today's webinar, Entrepreneurship Awareness Program. And my name is Madhumita, and I'll be your from second year Triple E in VVIT. So, I'll be your presenter and host for today's session. So, what's late? Without further ado, I'd like to kickstart by welcoming all of you. So, what do you see right here? Entrepreneurship. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Well, why did I choose this line as the main tagline for entrepreneurship? I hope this line precisely explains an entrepreneur's mindset, his attitude towards his goal. We are still masters of our own fate. The important thing is to make it meaningful. In other words, how an entrepreneur should be. He must act, learn, build, repeat. Understand this: act, learn, build, and repeat. This is all what you need to do. So there are many people who truly believed in themselves and believed in these words and marked their place by creating their own paths. For example, you have many young entrepreneurs that are ruling today's world. OYO, own your own rooms. So it works with a mission to provide quality living spaces to travelers around the world. When you want quality living space when in need at unbeatable budget prices, OYO stands as your first choice. So then you want to develop a business platform online. So you need some collaboration, some application development, business, productivity, collaboration, everything. There's Zoho. Zoho offers significant advantages to run your business online by Sridhar Vembu. And then gone to some place, lost money, or there's no money in your wallet. Well, then switch to an e-wallet. Switching to an e-wallet allows your payment transactions go online much quicker and easier. You can just Paytm. So this is also an online website. And then we've left the shopping area. So you want to have a trouble-free shopping experience with best prices in India. You're welcome to India's biggest e-commerce companies. Happy shopping from Flipkart. You can just go, select yours, and have your shopping. Great. Then Redbus. So it made traveling simple just by online bus ticket booking platform. And so there are many. Droom. Ever wondered why buying a car or a motorcycle remains big problematic, full of confusion and anxiety? So for the best buying and selling experience, you can uh, choose Droom. You have advantages for buying in simple low transaction cost. As a seller, you have advantages of pricing and selections. So this is a buy and sell platform for automobiles and other sectors, Droom. And then you have free charge, Swiggy, yeah. So whenever you want something at your own place, just Swiggy. So this is also an young enterprise, and there are many such, Apex, TAC, and many. So where did all this start? From where did it there's a point from where it starts. What is entrepreneur meant? So the evolution of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneur is derived from the French word entreprendre, and it's first used in a book by Richard. And this entreprendre means to undertake. An entrepreneur is one who undertakes, organize, manage, and assume the risks of a business. Although no single definition of entrepreneur exists, no profile exactly defines an entrepreneur, there are many things by which you can define it. Simply, an entrepreneur is an initiator, challenger, and a driver. Someone who creates new, either an initiative or a business or a company. He or she is the beginning of a venture, project, or activity. As simple. And then, so in one word, who do you say an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is an individual who sets up a business or businesses, identifies and solves problems, creative, innovative, opportunist, risk taker, self starter, open minded, with the hope of making a profit from the enterprise. So always say yes to risk. That is what an entrepreneur should be. Accept the challenges that come in your way, accept those, reduce your flaws, innovate your idea, and keep going. And then characteristics. So how an entrepreneur should be, what should be his traits, how should he perform, what are the main characteristics of an entrepreneur. So you have internal locus of control, high energy level, self confidence, tolerance for ambiguity, self reliance, and desire for independence, high need for achievement, flexibility, passion orientation, and many. So we'll start with internal locus of control. So what does that mean? Mm, there's a belief that in one's life, good or bad, are by control factors such as one's attitude, one's preparation, and one's effort. If you fail in your examination, it's truly because because of your preparation, because of your efforts that made something wrong. You must accept that. That's the internal locus of control. So in entrepreneurship, success is determined by his or her own efforts and ambitions and abilities. So they take charge of their own behavior, they choose to be happy. So expecting to succeed leads you more motivated, more likely to learn, and show more interest on that. So that's about internal locus of control. And then high energy. Entrepreneurs are optimistic and enthusiastic, highly active. So they believe that they will be successful and willing to take risk at any source, keeping all their sources to get profit or to help people, to serve for a cause. So you must be energetic. And then tolerance for ambiguity. This is an important trait as an entrepreneur. At times, you won't be able to predict the future. There's nothing in your hands. An entrepreneur faces a range of uncertainties, as many. For example, there's an investor of your startup, and you don't know whether to put money into whether he will put money into your product or whether he pays rent for the next month. So entrepreneurs deal with many uncertain situations and face them sensible and calm. It's like simply, yes, let's face it and do it. And then self reliance and desire for independence. Entrepreneurs always want to be independent. They want independence. They're self reliant, like self sustained. They want to be their own boss, not work for others, and are highly flexible. They admit their errors. In order to be an entrepreneur, you must admit what faults you do. And you must have a will to change the course of action when plans are not working. When you think that a situation goes in that way and it doesn't happen, so you must change your action plan according to the working of that situation. You must be highly flexible according to the situation and respond to the situation. And then passion. Well, you develop passion for a thing only when you love the work you perform. That's very important. You must love the work you perform. So high level of interest in your career makes you extremely motivated. When you do the work you are highly fond of, you are extremely passionate, like you'll get motivated. You want to learn more and more, whether it be from implementing to prototype, like pitching ideas, or directly to a startup. Success is always a function determined based on your hard work with passion. So being passionate about what you do is ultimately important. And then action orientation. Well, every entrepreneur startup needs to at least needs at least a person, one individual who is absolutely consumed by a vision, who totally dives into the vision, who are ready to work for the vision. So this vision needs to be injected to the others from that person so that it catches fire. Always remember, entrepreneur is not a follower. He or she is always a leader. Entrepreneur is always a leader. So these are the main characteristics of an entrepreneur, how he or she must be. And there are many, like you must be always motivated, passionate, creative, and punctuality plays an important role. And versatility, be unique, be multitasking, like unique in your own way. And every problem that comes your way, you must be a problem solver. And then networking, connecting to people like your neighbors, whether it be your other students or your colleagues or someone. Networking is one of the great ability of an entrepreneur. Your network is your net worth. And then money management, being flexible, confidence, and all this. You must be committed to your passion and always ready for risk. This is always the main line for being an entrepreneur. So starting something is not that easy. So how do you start? Is there some method that you could follow? Something like that. Yes, of course. So entrepreneur always searches for change. Well, search in your surroundings. Like you can upgrade something, or can you bring a change in something, or is there a need in some criteria or some place that you can answer? Develop that, like see that in various perspectives, think about that and ideate, and then that is what the you search for a change and respond to it. Exploit every opportunity that comes on your way. That's what an entrepreneur should be like. Well, so steps in entrepreneurial process. Once the decision to become an entrepreneur is taken, the entrepreneurial process begins. So, what are the main 5 steps of an entrepreneurial process? Discovery, concept development, resourcing, actualization, and harvesting. So, these are the 5 main classifications that you follow in order to develop an entrepreneur enterprise. So, the first one, discovery. Discovery is a stage in which entrepreneur generates ideas, recognizes opportunities, and studies the market. So identifying and evaluating the right opportunity is first step for setting out as an entrepreneur. Choosing just any small business idea for a startup is an entire no. That's not what you mean by ideation. You must look at your own talents to figure out what you've chosen to start up is exactly fit for you, whether it is in your zone of your passion. If yes, go, you can try. So the entrepreneur begins to wonder, as I said, why there is not available a product or service, why not we improve certain things, how to generate income, cover the expenses. So thousands of questions might rise, and they will you must be helped to identify the opportunities to meet the market needs. There are many needs that are not met. So in previous years, there are not enough amount of goods and services. It was a little bit easier for a position like a business position to own a business position. However, now at this point of time, there are many people. Since in this generation, ideation is easy. Like getting new ideas is became much easier. However, when you go a step forward, you decide about that idea. That is where you actually are trained. Like, so what are the steps you follow in ideation? Think why there is a product or service not available or a need that is not met, and how can you generate income in that way. And then Identify opportunities to meet market needs. In entrepreneurial process, there are many people. As I said, your idea is the most important. Decision making is where one stops or perhaps abandon the idea from starting. So you must rigorously think about the idea, whether it is under your passion and it fits you and is apt for a startup. So this is about ideation. And then content development. Once the opportunity is identified, entrepreneur needs to create a comprehensive business plan. So developing a business plan, a detailed proposal describing the business idea. So what's a business plan? A business plan is critical to success of any new venture, since it acts as a benchmark and for others to evaluate your organization whether it's moving towards your set goals or not. Business plan plays a vital role. An entrepreneur must dedicate sufficient time towards its creation. A business plan is utmost important. Major components of these are like vision statement, goals, and objectives, where the capital must be invested, a description of your products or your services, and everything. So there's a way you develop a content, the content life cycle. So it mainly has 5 steps. So what is content life cycle? It's like coordinating a project that will happen. After seeing the initial phases of ideas, content life cycle is where development of the content takes place. Precisely, it's like when you develop something, who your users are, what your users need, what are their needs, and do you supply those needs? Like these are the criterias you must uh, brief into. It helps you make sure, understand information and problems you face during its solvation. So thus you need to design the content, collect data, develop web application, all this. So that's about development after the brainstorming of ideas. So content review and revisions. Once you draft your content, you must ask second person to review it and check for errors. Verification plays an important role, and asking others for review is called like peer review. You can ask some expert for the content matter and some of your colleagues or someone for the style, structure, and other reviews. This comes under marketing. And then analytics and reporting. This include like how and when the content should be updated, and how you know the content is successful. During review, you must look to the feedback and see how the content is performing, what are the reviews you get, and you can also choose an user survey as a like good option. You must know how users are feeling with your content and thereby develop it or make several changes so to meet your goals and all. And then resourcing. The third step in entrepreneurial process is resourcing. So in this stage in which entrepreneur identifies and acquires the financial, human, and capital resources needed for the venture startup. Here, entrepreneur identifies the sources where the finance and human resource can be arranged. So, like the main step to kickstart your startup is to have finance. Finance plays a vital role. So you must know the resources from where you could get your finance, like from where you could get people, from where you can hire people. So entrepreneur finds investors for his or her new venture and carry out the business activities. So this is where you arrange your finances, human resources, and you kickstart. And then actualization, the stage in which entrepreneur operates the business and utilizes resources to achieve its goals and objectives. When one investor is ready to invest on you and you have some resources, some finance, and then you must plan. Once funds are raised, employees are hired. Next step is to initiate the business operation and achieve like the goals that you set, day-to-day operations, from latest, like from the small vision statement that you make and thriving towards your vision statement, everything comes under actualization. So this is where you actually kickstart yours. So this is actualization, and then harvesting. Well, the final step, the stage in which entrepreneur decides on venture's future growth, development, or demise. Managing the company. Harvesting is the final step. An entrepreneur decides on the future projects, future prospects of the business, I like its growth and development. Here, actual growth is compared against the planned growth. Before harvesting the idea, you have a certain planned growth that you plan, that you must reach to that after you initiate your thoughts, like after you start your startup. So like actual growth is compared to the planned growth, and then they take decisions regarding the stability and expansion operations accordingly. So how far you met the planned growth with the actions that you do now, that's utmost important. Comparing and compare, and then know your faults and then thrive. So the entrepreneurial process is to be followed again and again. Whenever you get a new idea or new thought, and you want to be an entrepreneur and you don't know how to think, follow these steps, all 5 steps, again and again. So it's a never ending process. Learning deeply and focusing on every aspect of the idea improves your understanding about the project, and like more and more you deep down into it, you'll know its faults, you'll know like the black holes that you left, or there's something that you didn't touch but that's most important for your startup. You need to see that. So more and more you deep dively and organize it, you'll get to know more about your idea, you'll have more clarity, so it reduces number of backdrops eventually. So these are the 5 steps you must follow in order to build an enterprise, be an entrepreneur. And then, so what are the types of entrepreneurs? There are various classifications of entrepreneurs. So based on experience, entrepreneurs are divided into novice entrepreneurs, habitual entrepreneurs, nascent entrepreneurs. So novice. So what's novice? He who has no prior business ownership experience, or he's not an inheritor of someone who deals with a business, so totally new to the sector, he's a novice entrepreneur. Some entrepreneurs become successful only after doing well in another career. Alternatively, there are these people, like those who started the business with almost no experience, with a little money to fund their efforts. These are called novice entrepreneurs. Well, I'll give you a few examples. If you heard Andrew Carnegie, he's one of the famous and richest industrialists. He's a dropout of school and spent major portion of his youth performing manual labor. And now he makes his fortune by railroad industry. He's one of the richest industrialists. And then you all are familiar of this, Harlan Colonel Sanders. It seems crazy to think about anyone who could become successful and run an restaurant without any background in that industry. But this is what exactly Sanders did. He did this. He came up with KFC, the fried chicken. His only experience was cooking for his siblings. So he made his passion, he made like what he has, he made his talent. He came up with a business idea where he could keep his talent into action. So these are like without no background who start their enterprise. So these are novice entrepreneurs. And then habitual, who already have business, like chains of business, or own something. So they develop them or come up with a new one. And the main aspect is that they already have some business experience. And then nascent entrepreneur, in process of starting a new, like this can be novice or a or a habitual entrepreneur. Like, these are both novice and habitual. So these are the three types of entrepreneurship based on experience. And another category is use of technology. Nowadays, there's nothing without technology. If you are not using technology, like you're not using one of the most important weapon that you have to increase your knowledge. So being technical is very important. So one who has technical knowledge and innovate their capabilities based on this technical and come up with some business or startup using the technical knowledge is called technical entrepreneur, and one who doesn't is non-technical. Uh, well, examples of technical entrepreneurs are most of you know Steve Jobs. He's a co-founder of Apple that gave us like what you use, iPod or iPad, iPhone and iMac, everything. And then Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, that gave us now the Windows operating system. And then Larry Page, Sergey Brin, who are the founders of Google, and then Mark Zuckerberg, founders of Facebook. So these are all technical entrepreneurs. Like they demonstrate their capabilities in matter of production of goods and rendering services with their technical abilities. And then non-technical, concerned only with developing alternatives, marketing and distribution strategies to promote their business. Well, non-technical is who don't use their technical stuff. You can precisely say as based on the use of technology, who are not technical entrepreneurs, like, is not science and technology. They are concerned with the use of alternative and limited methods of marketing. They go with business and thrive in competitive market rather than going for technology based. And professional entrepreneur, a person who is interested in establishing the business but does not have interest in managing it once. So when you have an idea, you can develop that, and after developing that, you sell your idea or give to an other business or something. So these are professional entrepreneurships. They kickstart something and then they establish more and more without totally getting deep down into that. And then you have based on types of business, there are trading entrepreneur, agriculture entrepreneur, manufacturing entrepreneur. So business for trading purposes, buy from manufacturers and sell to wholesalers or retailers for the consumer. As the name itself suggests, trading entrepreneur undertake the trading activities. The They procure the finished products from the manufacturers. They take them from the manufacturers and sell them to the customers directly or through a retailer, which is called retailers. They serve as middlemen, as wholesalers, dealers, and retailers between the manufacturers and customers. So all about buying and selling. So trade using buying and selling is trading entrepreneur. And then agricultural entrepreneurs. One of the main important aspect in our India, like agriculture, is well known. These are also called, they are also called as agri entrepreneurs. There are those enterprises in agricultural sector who are engaged in cultivation, production, marketing of agricultural products. Well, there are many young entrepreneurs who are forefront in reducing the they bother about reducing the food loss and waste, increasing crop yields, improving market areas, developing novel technologies to increase the harvest. They urbanize, they make farming practices more and more innovative across the globe. And there are some people who really made it to action. Abbas, he is a co-founder of MFarm, a virtual cooperative for farmers in a key to help them reach buyers and access virtual market information via SMS. We all hear that mediators take much, And this is a platform for the farmers in Kenya to reach the buyers through an SMS. And then mostly from United States. He's the founder of Full Harvest, first business to business marketplace connecting large farms of food to the beverage companies. So it improves the growers' ability to maximize their harvest. They can sell more without any loss and getting the true price for what they harvest. Supply healthy produce and decrease waste, resources, and etc. And there is also an Indian, uh, Santosh Kaveri. He grew up in a very small village of Shetbal in India. He worked on his family farm before and after school to help his family. And then in college, he joined development program and Desh Pande Foundation and began developing practical solutions for small scale farmers. Some of the interesting ideas that he came up with include water efficient system and a no electricity carrot cleaning machine. He also received some awards on this carrot cleaning machine, which helped hundreds of farmers across more than 10 villages. And then he also developed bullock cart brake system that reduces stress on farmers, their oxen. He also like, so these are the ideas. You just need to ideate. You need to think where there's a need, like where there's something lacking, and can you do something to reach out that? Can you build up that service, or can you update that? It is all about your ideation. And then marketing entrepreneurs. Well, these manufacturing entrepreneurs. Manufacturing entrepreneurs is all about manufacturing products. They identify the needs of customers and then explore the resources and technology and manufacture the products to satisfy customer needs. It's simply like what you need, they'll manufacture and give it to you. Manufacturing entrepreneurs convert raw materials into finished goods. So they satisfy the human needs and basic resources. So identifying the need and manufacturing them. So this is about manufacturing entrepreneurs. And then classification based on gender. So there are men entrepreneurs and women entrepreneurs. If an enterprise is owned and financed and managed by men, it is called men. And if it is financed, managed, and controlled by women, it is called women entrepreneurs. It's simply like based on gender, two categories. There, like now all us like, and women entrepreneurs are moving step by step ahead these days. There are many women entrepreneurs who came up successfully in this decade more and more. So it's just a classification based on gender. And then types of entrepreneurs. Like this is another, like based on attitude of the entrepreneur, you will have hustlepreneur. He's like someone that who knows how to get any job done. You know how to make that, and you know how to make others work. Whether you knew it or not, you are confident and passionate. So you come under this entrepreneur. Then they value their hard work and understand smart work. They switch to smart work and love the hustle. Like all they do, they love that. Lifestyler. Uh, he's like an individual that creates a business with purpose of their personal lifestyle and not for making profits. These are those who focus more on life rewards provided to people for enjoy rather with the passion they have. Like you can have famous professional bloggers, professional many blogs which say you about poets, journalists, novelists. So these all come under lifestyler. And travelpreneur, by definition, travelpreneur is somebody who runs a profitable business and is not restricted to a specific location. No matter where he or she is in the world, they can run their business while they're traveling. So, in entrepreneurship in the sector of traveling can be best described as an travel entrepreneur. And then side entrepreneur. One need not be a full-time entrepreneur. When you have ability of multitasking, you could give a part of yourself for entrepreneurial dreams and while keeping the other time for stay-at-home work and do your job. So they turn, like, what areas do they choose? They choose their hobby and turn it to a business, maybe a fun distraction to a business. There are many women entrepreneurs who thrive in this. They make jewelers and they sell it, and some paintings and all. So these all come under side entrepreneur, allocating some part of yourself for the other one, also being as an entrepreneur. And others are like almost others. And then, well, types of business. As you classified entrepreneurs, business are also classified. Business entrepreneur, individuals who conceive an idea for a new product or service and then create a business to materialize their idea. And then trading. As I said, one who undertakes trading activities, the buy and sell activities, and are not concerned with the manufacturing. One who is concerned with the manufacturing, converting the raw materials into the finished goods, they come under manufacturing entrepreneurs. And one who trade from one place to another and make it easier by trading activities are called trading entrepreneurs. And then industrial entrepreneurs, a manufacturer who identifies the potential needs of customers and tailors a product to meet the marketing needs, basically building up an industry. And thriving for to answer a particular need, that is industrial entrepreneur. And corporate, so rather than public or government on enterprises, corporate enterprises, he's a person who demonstrates his innovative skill in organizing and managing corporate undertaking. So enterprise in cooperative sector is cooperative entrepreneur. So there are, as I said, trading entrepreneur, manufacturing entrepreneur, agricultural entrepreneur. I've discussed about agricultural entrepreneur before, like marketing of crops, fertilizers, and others, innovative methods to increase your harvest, making your harvest worth and without mediators and all. And there are many. And then retail enterprise, so wholesalers and retailers. And then service entrepreneurs. Service entrepreneurs are like people who are service oriented, those who strive for a service. They identify a need, mostly work individual who pursues innovative solutions for social problems, the problems that you see every day around you. And if you can do them, you can and solve them, you will be a social entrepreneur. He adopts a style of which he or she can create and sustain social values, maintain the social values in your economy and all. Most social entrepreneurs engage in non-profit activities, NGOs, they start up, and they concise and have the responsibilities to maintain the social values. They are primarily motivated to improve socio-economic well-being, educational or health, fundamental or environmental and other conditions. And there are many people who run NGOs to meet these needs. So it's all about service. So one who thrives an enterprise in service is known as service entrepreneur. So these are types based on, we discussed first about the attitude, and then based on gender, and then based on the work they come up with, and this is based on business. So what entrepreneurship is all about. Entrepreneurship is like a prized possession. You spend your life like most of the people who can't. You spend the time with chasing your passion, making it live, from your thoughts to actions, making your plans into actions. That is what entrepreneurship is all about. So VVIT hosts IIC Entrepreneurship Cell, which in this way encourages you and makes your ideas innovate. The right step, the step by step, how you develop your idea from ideation to prototype. IIC helps you. So what is IIC? IIC is Institutes Innovation Council, which has partnership with ISB, Technological Entrepreneurship Program. ISB refers to Indian School of Business, which is in Hyderabad, and this is established by many of the top 10 organizations like Reliance, ITC, Godrej, and all. For doing a course in ISB, you need to pay more fee, and now you can have government subscribed courses which you can do through IIC, and then APSSTC and Northeastern University US. There are many courses that are offered by APSSTC too. Venture Development Program, MHRD, the Ministry of Human and Resources Entrepreneurship Program. So they develop hackathons and ideathons where you can promote your idea and know your faults and know what changes you must make in order to have your idea into an action. And then Y Square Incubation Center. You in for your idea turns into a prototype. When you come up with a working model of your idea and you can present it in IIC and contact anyone, you have incubation. They support you. They support you for your marketing or for the development and lay as your first step for your enterprise. So all these truly help to increase uh, your ability to ideate and all. And what are the major activities IIC conducts? Project Expo. The project you come up with, you can exhibit and then discuss. You have team mentors who give review on yours. There's a mistake in this, and this is a good one in that. You must change this or that. Project Expo, and then seminars. Your learning always must be a habit. Be ready to learn anything, and seminars is where many people give you more information. There are many aspects that are not like funding and investments and all. There are many types of those. Before you start up something, you need to know the market value of your idea and how you can come up with that and all those. So from listening to the people and knowing, this is all about seminars and ideathon. You present your idea in front of a panel, and then uh, the best ideas are selected, and it is conducted every time. And hackathon, it's like step by step developing your idea from your idea to prototype pitching. From you develop from scratch to something. Hackathon is where you briefly look into that idea that you have come up with and know the flaws and know what it is all about. Business plan contest with UIF concepts. Well, this is where you get your market value. If you come up with an idea with how much range of users come and like which markets do you touch with your idea, and how many people can be utilized, or how many truly utilize your idea, what is its worth in market. These basing on the UIF concepts, you'll learn about this. E-Summit, entrepreneurship summits that happen in our colleges and other colleges too. It's been in IIT Bhubaneswar and many other places. You'll go there, participate in various competitions, and get to know many things. And then business quiz. This is where you'll be asked about many questions in business. You'll know your true potential while answering them. Which areas that you truly don't know. So try participating in all these truly turn yourself. So I said the UIF concepts were like what they are actually meant. Innovation is an utmost important concept for an entrepreneur. Innovators are not afraid to try new ways of doing things, and they embrace failure as a learning opportunity. They're always eager to learn something. When something new comes on their way, they always learn. So what is design thinking? you'll have 5 steps in design thinking: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. So what is it all about? Identifying problems. When you need to flare, you need to think about the problems that are around you. Many innovators create products and services to solve problems they have encountered in their own lives. So what do you see around you? Start by sharing, like with your own team or your friends, like about the problems that you face daily, whether it be big or small. You must identify the problem, and that's the first step. Empathize with others. So looking at your problems and discussing as a team, so you have some perspective of your idea, and there may be some other one with a different perspective. So you need to take the review in order to improve your idea, empathize more deeply, going, and then dig deeper. Like first, some have many thoughts about a single idea. For some problems, you find interesting when you ask, why is that a problem? Like, is that a problem that you need to solve? So understanding might be behind it. You'll generate the exact concept of your idea when you dig deeper, and then select an opportunity. For innovators, problems are their opportunities. The problem you identify is the opportunity for you to solve it. And then brainstorm. Brainstorm is thinking about that. What might be the solutions that you can come up with to solve that problem, and constraints. So when you have 4 or 5 solutions for that problem, every solution may have some backdrops, may have some challenges that to be met, constraints that are need to be met. So by thinking every solution that you come up with its own constraints, you'll get to know about that and share your solution. So these are the steps, UIF concepts, and how you can plan business and all. So this is entrepreneur development cell who conducted a technology entrepreneurship program. So this is design challenge project teams. So there are many teams that came up for this challenge. You can see smart water heater, car fuel meter, gas measuring device, smart water heater, real-time position of moving vehicles, students to locate their faculty in university, driver to send message to emergency. So you must identify the need. You must identify the problem where you need to ideate. Once you identify the problem, you can come up with solutions, and then uh, dig deeper into the solutions, what constraints it may have, and grab one single solution for your idea, and then you can implement that solution and ideate. So you can get all this training from IIC step by step with mentorship. There are many people from whom you can learn, many people who teach you and guide you in exact path. Entrepreneur development cell. So this is a workshop conducted, and there 7 teams participated, and this is a part of ISB, and they build prototypes. So many events like this happen. So it's a great learning platform for you if you really come up with some good idea. These are entrepreneur cell panel members. Principal sir is president, and Somshekar sir as the coordinator, and you have many teacher faculty members as your mentors, and then student heads who always guide you. So you know what you are and you know what you want to be. When you have faith in yourself, make the jump. Risk is always inevitable. Accept the things that are coming in front of you, accept those risks and jump. That is what entrepreneurs are all about, what all they do. So I say from today, dream big, set goals, and take action. Dreaming big is very important. When you dream big, you more and more try to reach that. And when you set goals, you'll be focused on what you want to achieve, and then take action. Your plans must come into an action. So bold and brave entrepreneurs, I want you all to be successful. So here's a chance. Shortly, IIC will be conducting an ideathon at the incubation center of our college, Google Core Labs, Siemens, and Venture Development Cell, and Y Square. So you can come up with your ideas. Mentors will be your faculty members or external mentors based on our idea. So when and what will be informed later. So come up with an idea that truly has something to emphasize on. Come up with an idea you can meet a need for. So don't lose this chance. Grab your chance. Ideathon is a great platform to add some price to our idea. Know what are the plus, what are the minus, what are the pros and cons. So try participating in Ideathon, and thank you. I hope you all enjoyed the session, and thanks for this opportunity. Well, if you have any questions, you can drop them in chat box. Is an event manager called an entrepreneur? Yes, managing events is also like, as I said, there are many categories in this entrepreneurship. Uh, I've said about man technical entrepreneurs and other sort of things. Service entrepreneurship, managing events is also something. So what you must do is render uniquely. So there are many event managers. What is something unique in you? When there are some 5 or 6 event managers, why will a user or why will a customer should choose you? That is all that makes you more unique. Being unique is an utmost important step. An event manager comes under an entrepreneur. I think I answered your question. And then anyone else? So any more questions? So guys, any more questions? So I said ideation is very important. How, if you like, what are all the steps you need to, and what are the essential steps on being an entrepreneur? I'll say it briefly. Identify the right business for you. Explore your personality, social states, what's your passion is all about, and then listen to your mind, listen what it says, and you do what you know, and then solve a common problem and fill the gap in market. So business plan plays a vital role. Creating a business plan increases the chance for success, provides clarity, focus, and confidence. It can contain your goals or strategies or your action step. You can question yourself while writing a business plan. What am I building? Whom am I serving? What are the users? Like, until which range in the market can you serve? What is the promise I am making to the customers or clients that you are solving? So this is all about business plan. And know your target audience. Identifying who buy your products or services before spending money is also a very important question. And then understand your finances, like how much finance and who are your investors, and then choose right kind of money, whether it be a franchise or a lifestyle business or something. And then support network. Cultivate supporters, advisors, and partners. Network locally with your colleagues, your students, or nationally, or in social networks and all. Join those, share your ideas, you'll get reviews, and be an active participant. So be willing to say what you are and what you do with. Use online tools to promote your idea. Don't underestimate the power of other methods of marketing. Everything matters. So it's all about which need or something you want to face, and how you ideate your idea and how you make your plans into action. So I think that's it. Any questions? Competitors in the field. So what does that mean? The competitors in which field? We have an idea, but how can we communicate to you now? See, that is what we you'll be coming up with an ideathon. IIC Council gives you a chance to pitch your idea. You must come up with your idea clearly, and there will be panel members who listen to your idea and then suggest you methods and suggest you develop step by step process to improve your idea. So don't worry, try to participate in that ideathon. Be a member where, like, and IIC comes to you. And recruitment process for IIC Council also kickstarts, and try to participate in that ideathon. Sirilata, I hope I answered your question. And competitors in this field, can I know more clearly? Mention some of the best ideas you know till date, done by students. Okay, so I myself came up with an idea of filtering the air. So air pollution is an utmost important, like a burning problem. So I came up with an idea where you can filter the air using nanotechnology, and I'm working on that. And there are, when I participated in an ideathon, I saw people, like, there's someone using blockchain technology. So when you go to a doctor, you need to carry all your old files and take your before prescriptions to the doctor, which is sometimes not possible. So one came up with a blockchain technology where you can uh, keep all your files, all your health data and all in one place. So when you say doctor your name, they can search from your blockchain database, and then they can come up with all your previous medications, and they can give you medication exactly. So that's a great idea actually. And then they have courier services. For example, if you ordered something from Flipkart, and then something from eBay, and then something from Amazon, so three different goods at three different websites. So for Flipkart and all those, one of the main things where they spend money is getting the good from their manufacturing unit to the place you live in. So what these done is, they connected a center hub. So if you're the user, and you will get the three goods. So they'll connect the Amazon, eBay, and Flipkart, all three goods, and they talk to, like, there will be a single sender which gives you all the three goods. So it reduces the price for those e-commerce websites to get to you. That's a good idea, in fact. So there are many ideas, and even by participating in such things, you get to know like how others are thinking, like how much you need to still upgrade and all. Mm, is that okay? And I not got answer from competitors in the field. What does that actually mean? Hope I answered all other questions. If there's anything, please ask. I'll be answering. Any more questions? Idea of making an electric car. So what do you want like regarding that? You have an idea of making an electric car? I like can't exactly get you. So you want competitors in making an electric car. So there are many who come up with this idea. It's all about how you render your services. So get to know more about the car features, or how you can more innovate that thing. Competitors are everywhere. Serving unique and giving best experience for the customer is the main important aspect that you must serve. When you give best experience to the customer, you'll be the one chosen by everyone. That makes you top. When you have an idea, deep down know more about that, like are there any companies already came up with, like recently electric car is what Tesla company did. So you can come up with like how did they innovate, what are the features they inculcated in that, and what are the competitors and what problems they face. Like the problems they faced is also an important thing. Those can be your so see, if you have two companies, some A and B, and some A company has some flaws, they don't give an experience perfectly for the customers. They have a backdrop. So if another company B makes that problem of company A, so I can solve the problem that company A has. So you can come up to me to solve your problem. That's like that is a competition. So you must render more services, best experience to the customer. So idea of making an electric car, okay, so you need to more innovate on that, know more about that. And anything more? I hope I answered your question. If it's there anything, like you can ask. Yes, I got, like I'm happy for that, thank you. Yeah, thanks. And also keep asking questions, be rigorous, like what get to know more and more things, be inquisitive. When you know more and more and ask questions, you'll be like deep learning about into that. Ask questions, and that's a good thing. And any more doubts? And Govardhan, like try to participate in ideathon that comes up. You can give your idea, you'll know your flaws, and you'll know where to emphasize more, where you can develop it more, whether it's worth, and how to serve it and all that. Try to participate and be a member of IIC. Try doing, never leave anything. As I said, keep goals and work for it. Yeah, thanks. It makes me happy. Sure. Then any more questions? What is the market sizing to R&D? Like, uh, you're asking about your market size. So for a business, there is a concept of market sizing. Uh, to like there's many market areas, and for example, if you come up with a service oriented idea or something, you serve to some like common public people and all. So where how your idea comes up with and to which zone of people it truly serves is your market sizing. uh, you must be so when you come up with, I said business plan is very important. So when you come up with a business plan, you must define the market, define your target market, and then first step in estimating that market size. If you define your market to the state level, and you can estimate your market whether you can do or not, and then slowly increase your market to national level and all that. So define the market when you come up with an idea itself, and then determine your approach. uh, Select your approach and select the way in which uh, you can answer that market, whether it be like through social media, could you answer that market, or through some NGOs you can do that, or something. Chase the platform that makes you reach your market. That is important. And research and you said to R&D. R&D is all about research and development, that knowing more and more about your idea, your pros and cons and all. So when you define your market and see resources in which you can go, understand your market, you select your sources. So which sources that you can have in order to chase that market, and then choose your data and analyze your data and then work for it. So like that is what about market sizing. So there are like, hmm, you can check it out once again. I can briefly say that is about market sizing. Knowing your market size. So try to get involved into IIC. You'll get to know about that. Like we are informed about market approach and all, what our idea is worth of, how much can we render help. So is our plan only for city or only for some area or a state level or a national level. So you'll know your market size. Like don't hit for the big shot at the first step. Slowly you'll increase your market. That strategy is always a safe one. So work on that. Yeah, understood. There. Thanks a lot. And then any more questions? So under IIC, we'll be having activities, these ideathons, hackathons, project expo and all. Try participating into that. You'll get to know about more things and many other projects. So you'll have various ideas about other sectors too. When you're thinking on a particular idea, you're restricted to that zone. So when you get to know about other ideas and how they came up with, you'll get to know about other things as well. So to get into IIC, you'll have recruitment process. Uh, they'll be informing about that uh, quite fastly. And if you get through that recruiting very soon, so if you get through that recruiting process, you'll be one of member of IIC, so you can ideate and improvise your ideas. So try participating in this ideathon that comes up next, and try for this recruitment process also. If you be a member of IIC, it will be truly helpful to you. Does it helps or not? Like diversifying of the possibilities in the ideation. Well, you need to, like, when you come up with an idea, you must search for its possibilities in various sectors. And it's true, when you come up with a service, like for example, mm, does it helps or not? Or else, if we have an idea, can we come share our idea with you? Well, IIC comes to you, that very soon they'll give you information about that. At that time or during ideathon, you can promote your idea. They'll be selecting you. They'll be mentoring for you. So there's a recruitment process. There's no hurry. They'll be informing you. Be ready with your idea, with all your possibilities and all. If we are qualified in June 3rd examination, then we are taking to ideathon. June 3rd is like, so any more final questions? I am new to IIC, so I know very little about it. Well, you are a first year, right? No, later. Okay. So if you have a new idea or something, you can come up to IIC. You can interact with the student coordinators, and IIC is they don't feel it like something new. It's all about they help you for developing your idea and improve your entrepreneurial skills. So don't worry about that. So for the ideathon, there will be a quiz which will be given in groups, and they'll be informing about that very soon. Date of the quiz will be given, and try to attend that. Give a trial for that, and share this info to your friends and all who are interested in entrepreneurship. And who did not attend this session, share about the concepts and all, and how to ideate and all, and ask them to come to the ideation if they have some very good ideas, and get joined to IIC to improve your skills. It really helps. You can contact the student coordinators if you have any doubts. So there's no worry. So any more questions? So any more doubts? So if there are any no doubts, we'll end the session. So thanks for this opportunity, and I hope you all would be some brave entrepreneurs and come up with your ideas. Always dream big and work for that. That's the main important thing you every time need to do. And thanks. I hope this session is meaningful. Like you felt something new, or I think you learned something from this session. So try to get into IIC and develop your skills. So we'll end the session. Thank you one and all. Thanks for hearing. All the best. So get into IIC. It really helps for you. Okay then. Thank you so much. And we'll end the session now. You can approach to student coordinators for any further doubts, and try making your entry into IIC. It helps. So thank you. Okay, then we'll be leaving the session, and thanks a lot. Thanks for listening.